Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm a professional dancer that lives in London. Today we are going to be reacting to season 1 episode 3, so get ready. On the dance floor. Guys, I have to say, I was with my boyfriend the other day and he sang this and he went, "Live it on the dance floor," and I was like, why are you saying living? It's leave it. And then I looked at it and it actually says living. This whole time I've been saying leave it. I feel like both of them work, but I was just completely wrong. So yeah, hilarious.
I want to recap a little bit about the competition. Your mom was upset about the costume. Your mom was upset about the costume before you went on stage.
When they went down and opened their legs, I almost walked out of it.
But that cannot happen again.
They're not allowed to say their opinion clearly.
Going to New Jersey, and we are going to do an acrobatic gymnastic routine. Acrobatics is an art form. It uses the flexibility of the legs and the back to execute slow, controlled movement.
I don't know if this sounds horrible, but I feel like the way that Abby speaks sometimes, it just feels like that she's trying to prove, I don't know, just trying to prove something, like prove that she's actually really good at her craft. Maybe that's me just being very judgmental. It's just the way that she says things and it's just so analytical with things sometimes. I'm like, just say it how it is. But to be honest, maybe that's just generally how she speaks, but that's just how it comes across to me.
Maddie, you won the competition and the title. I'm going to leave you right where you were. Maddie is at the top of the pyramid. I chose to do an acrobatic routine this weekend, so I need to pull in my ringer and use Brooke because she's amazing.
So why wasn't Brooke on the top?
All right, Nia, Paige, you'll be doing the tumbling part and the acro part.
But to be honest, I think the pyramid's really not going to change at all. I think Maddie will be at the top and Nia will always be at the bottom of the pyramid.
Holly called it. Holly called it. She knows that Maddie's just going to be on top the whole time. And she is.
Vivienne, you're going to do a solo at the competition this weekend.
This is the greatest. I want Vivi to be me. I want her to dance and be just like I was.
I want Vivi to be me. She's so funny.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah, that was so good.
Why is Maddie the top?
She actually pyramids the kids and puts them in.
Yes, I think there are lots of ways you can give out assignments where you do not have to put people in pyramids.
I don't think Kelly or any of the other moms actually care about this pyramid. I just think the producers actually just said, okay, speak about the pyramid because they just want to create some drama.
Happy birthday!
I knew it was Kathy's birthday, so I wanted to do something special for her.
Do you think the producers actually gave Melissa that cake to give to Kathy? Because remember, they always say that the producers always used to poll things like that. So potentially this actually might be the first time that they do something like this.
Melissa being friends with Kathy doesn't surprise me at all.
She is very good at making friends and using them for a personal gain. That's just how Melissa rolls.
This is an acro dance. Everybody knows that's Brooke's forte. Brooke should be front and center.
Maddie's not front and center in this dance.
Oh, but she's at the top of the pyramid.
I know. It has nothing to do with the acro dance. I guarantee it.
I don't know. I'm gonna go ask her.
Go ahead.
I don't know what else to do.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, this is when the producers tell like the moms to go in and start fighting with Abby. Well, to create drama for the show, isn't it? Looking back at this now, I feel like you can kind of hear it that it doesn't really sound quite right. Like it sounds a little bit fake. Let's see what happens.
What's the problem with us?
She's an acro dance.
She's not at the top of the pyramid for the week of an acro dance?
It's just because she's always brooding and miserable. That's not the Brooke I know.
I think Abby making that comment, the producers literally was like, ah, what a great idea. Let's make Brooke seem very miserable, like that classic miserable teenager. And I think Abby is the one that actually did that. I think she's the one that created that narrative for Brooke for the show. But I said this in the last episode as well. I just feel like the Brooke is just at that awkward age where, bless her, she's just a teenager. And yeah, there's gonna be moments where she is like a little bit miserable and like bratty maybe, but to be honest, all kids are like that, and all kids like go through that teenage stage. And as the moms say, like when the show goes on, Brooke is actually such a light and happy person. It's just the producers only show her when she's like in those moments where she's just like, no offense to Brooke as well, but I do feel like that she does have a little bit of a resting face. I absolutely love Brooke, let's not get that wrong. I just think that she's just one of those people, and you do just get those people in life that they just do have that face, and I think Brooke is just one of them.
She's at the bottom of the pyramid, Abby. You mean to tell me Chloe is above her in the pyramid in a gymnastics?
Kelly!
I mean, when does Brooke go on stage and not pull it off? She always
Well,
does.
look at the video of the top dance.
But she's not a tapper. The Brooke you know is now a teenager and is changing.
well, you need to nip that in the bud because you don't want her to change.
God forbid anyone wanted to change in their life. That's just what happens in life. Like, you do change. Like, I'm not the same person that I was even just a year ago. Probably even like 6 months ago. Like, everyone just is constantly evolving, so... The way she's like, nip that in the bud now, otherwise she's, I don't know, I don't even know where she's going with this. Yeah, she needs to calm down. People grow.
I know you're very happy with your life. You have a wonderful house. You have a wonderful husband. You got a nice guy. But Kelly, think of what you could have been. You settled. You settled, and you're letting your kid do the same thing.
This is just me speculating, but it does actually sound like Abby has a little bit of jealousy there. I don't know, just the way that she worded things then and just said, look what you could have been. Yeah, I don't know, because in Kelly's life and in Abby's life, they have two different things that's going for them. Kelly very much, and she's very honest and open about this, says that she's always wanted to be a mother. She has 3 beautiful children and she has a husband that she loves. Well, this is at the time. Now, unfortunately, they've got divorced, but she was generally just like really happy and she's always wanted that family life. That's just what she's always wanted. Some people in life, that's their like big goal. That's what they really want. Whereas Abby, she has a very like successful career as in being a coach and a teacher, and that's like her successful thing within her life. Of course, like people could have both. These are just like the key point things in their life. I think it is very obvious that Abby is obviously missing that love in her life with a partner, and she really wants that, which is fine, but it is just something that she struggles with. I think personally, I think this is something that she struggles with. Potentially, I think there could be a little bit of jealousy there because Kelly has something that she doesn't have.
I don't think Abby's ever forgiven me for quitting dance. You know, I've moved on. I have a life. I have a family now. And at the end of the day, all Abby has is an empty studio.
I feel like I'm like dancing too much just because like I never have time to like hang out with my friends.
Let's go, Brooke.
And I feel like my mom like really wants me to dance just because like she doesn't want me to like screw up and quit dance. I don't want to go.
Too bad. I really don't want her to make the same mistakes I made.
Brooke, I'm leaving without you.
I don't care.
Why don't you want to go?
It's boring.
2 things. First thing, I do think it is very important for a teenager to socialise a lot with their peers, just because they are going through that stage where I feel like you're learning a lot, and I think Brooke kind of wants that, but she feels she's not getting that aspect because obviously she's constantly at dance, especially now that the show is happening because she's dancing even more now. Second thing is, I think people are forgetting that Brooke is actually dancing with younger girls now. As a dancer, if your level, like, no offense to the girls, but Brooke's level is going to be further up just because she is older, she's been dancing longer, and she's been challenged more with different choreography that she's had just because she's had more time and she's older. And so I can understand when she says it's boring because she's doing more simple choreography because it has to be simpler for the other kids that she's dancing with. It's not going to be as fun. Whereas if she was on another team with kids that was actually the same age as her, the choreographer will have the opportunity to challenge them because they're at that point where they can be challenged. Brooke at this point probably isn't being challenged because she's dancing with younger kids.
Casey and Claudia asked me to go to the mall, but I can't go because I have dance like always.
When I quit dance, you know, all I did was go out with my friends and we went to the mall and like I got nothing out of it.
Let's not go to the competition.
You committed to it, you have to go. So let's go.
I think it's good mothering Kelly saying to Brooke, look, if you're committed to something, you have to go through with it. Because later on in life, that's just not going to help them. Like, they're going to be underachievers, I think. That's just my personal opinion. I think you'll underachieve if you're not like a go-getter. Because I think that's setting like good morals for Brooke for when she gets older. I also think as well that it's okay to kind of say to your kid, look, just keep going, just see how it goes, da-da-da-da-da-da. Because I don't think it is good to teach a child to, you know, as soon as you don't like something, just stop doing it. But it does get to a point where if your child is constantly being like, look, I really don't enjoy this, then you do just have to be like, oh, okay, do you know what? You've tried it. It's not for you. You can stop doing it now. But it sounds like they're in that phase. So I do actually think that Kelly is doing good parenting here. And some people might not agree with me on that, but I think she is doing well.
How are you? Are you ready to
Aw,
work?
that's so cute.
Chassé sauté.
Oh, bless her. She's like, what is a chassé? What is a sauté?
She's dancing at a 5-6-year-old level instead of a 7, 8, 9.
She is 6. That just proves how Abby looks at it as well. She's like, okay, my students, if they're 6, they need to be dancing 2 years older than they actually are. I guess that's not too bad, but you know, if she is dancing like a 6-year-old, she's dancing like a 6-year-old, you know. You'd be worried if she's dancing younger. That's when you should be worried. Not right now.
If Melissa wants to be my friend, then I can get some very useful dirt about the other dance moms.
Now, do you know the other husband? What do they do professionally? Kelly's husband, he works for a family business. And then what about Charlie's husband? What does he do? He just got a new job. What does your husband do? I'm going through a divorce right now. The girls are okay with the divorce?
No kid would be okay with their parents divorcing. I don't know why she just asked that.
Melissa did not tell me that she was living with another man who was paying for her daughter's dance lessons.
Why would she?
I got that from the other moms, so I already knew that.
I can see Melissa.
That's actually really cheeky. Like, come on. You know that's a sensitive topic for someone. The fact that she brought that up just so she can give the producers something to work with. I know Kathy, like, she comes out and says later on that she saw herself on the show as being a character. But if it's affecting other people, you can clearly see that Melissa's very awkward in this conversation. It's just not very nice. Poor Melissa.
Melissa's in charge of scheduling private lessons, so I may need a favor from time to time.
I told her if she needed to talk about anything that she could definitely come and confide to me, but I'm busy. I'm not going through a divorce.
I have a new BFF.
I think so too.
I feel like it's a cop-out. I do feel like it's a cop-out, her being like, oh, I was playing a character for the show, because in the end of the day, you're on a reality show. Okay, you might have saw yourself like that, but I do just think that that's just an excuse for her to just, I don't know, just be like this and make comments like that, so, you know, people actually don't really hate on her in life now.
Girls, does anyone know where Paige and Brooke are? Why are they late? This acrobatic routine, you guys are late.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. The reason why they were late wasn't because Brooke was like, oh, I don't want to go. It's because the producers were at Kelly's house because they wanted to get some footage. So of course they were going to be late. They went to school, and normally, I think Kelly says this, normally they all go straight from school to the studio just because they don't have time to go home and then go back out. Yeah, so that's why they're late, and Abby's going to have a go at them now, but it's actually not their fault. Technically they're actually doing what they were supposed to be doing. Maybe they didn't tell Abby, and maybe Abby doesn't know, which, okay, fair enough, but oh no, I just hope they don't get really told off now.
Hello? Miss Holly, you're here early.
Oh, you can see that Nia's brother is in the background. I can't remember his name, but I don't actually remember seeing Nia's brother at all, like, in any of the episodes. So when he walked up the stairs, I was like, oh, it's Nia's brother. And now you can see them in the background, like him talking to Kenzie, which is just so cute.
What did you have to say about me?
Nothing?
The way she goes, nothing. That's so funny. Kelly knows though. She knows that something's going on. Nothing's getting past Kelly.
I'm gonna give this to you. Husbands.
You talked about my husband?
All of them.
I don't understand why Melissa even brought that up. Oh, by the way, Kathy was asking about your husband. Just seemed weird.
The thing is, we don't know. I think the producers might have said to Melissa, tell the moms that, so they can obviously, because obviously anyone that's going to receive that information is going to be upset. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be like, that's a bit weird. Why are you doing that? I hope you're not, like, you know, saying horrible things about my partner.
I think that Brooke, one of the reasons why she doesn't want to come is because with her dancing with kids this young, like especially in gymnastics, she's more advanced. She's bored.
What's taking too long? Brooke must have injured her hip several weeks ago.
What's the matter? Her hip and her ankle, and she's falling apart.
It's common for a dancer to dance through an injury. When I was a dancer, I always had complications.
Unfortunately, that is actually true. Sometimes you do have to dance on an injury, but it is just because potentially you might have to do a show and you might not have a swing or a cover, so you have to do it. So basically, if your injury is not major and you literally physically cannot do it, like, at all, we call it in dance, we call it a niggle. So for example, I might be like, oh, I have a niggle in my ankle, which basically means it's injured a little bit, which basically means if I dance on it, I probably am gonna injure it further, but if I can just do it for however many shows I have, then after I complete the shows, I can then go and sort it out and get it fixed. That's normally what happens. I know it's not good, I know it's really not good, but that is just what our industry is like sometimes. And so, yeah, I do really feel for Brooke. And a hip injury is nothing to mess about as well. Ugh, I can't even imagine what she's going through. But also, Kelly just said as well, her hip, her ankle, like, it's multiple things, so bless her, she's really going through it right now. I hope she's okay.
Why is your bag wet, Vivi?
Probably from my applesauce. That always happens.
But this?
Oh my gosh.
What is this?
Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't understand. understand, if I start to discipline her now on etiquette and appearance, she is going to grow up to be a very poised young woman.
I hate it when she says appearance because you can tell Kathy really cares about appearance. And yes, of course, like, people can care about how they look and stuff, but I don't know, like, growing up with someone who cares that much about how they look and how their child looks, I just feel like it's gonna make your child grow up just being so self-conscious, being like, oh my gosh, I can't leave the house without makeup or something, or I can't do that because it comes across in a certain way, and it's just like, I think it stops you from being your true self sometimes. I don't like it when she says things like that.
Do you want to do your solo this weekend?
No, I don't want to do it.
What if I stand at the side of the stage and I count for you?
No,
What do you think is going to happen if you get up on stage?
I'll probably forget it. So I won't be able to do it.
So, how...
I like to do dances with other people, not solo.
Okay, I understand now. Oh, well, what I can see, or what it sounds like to me, is that Vivi is actually really shy and nervous and doesn't want to do a solo. And some people, they generally just really don't like dancing by themselves. They like to be in a group, they like to dance, but they like to dance with other people. And that's fine, that's okay. And that's just what it looks like to me here. Vivi just does not like dancing by herself, but enjoys dancing with other people.
She has never had a solo before. Going out on stage, mentally, she is not prepared.
Brooke's hip's been bothering her all week. I decided to take her to a chiropractor for the first time. I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I should allow her or if I should make her stay out.
Where do you feel the pain?
Right here.
Okay, how about over to this side? Same place? Okay. Okay, you're talking about some serious problems.
Oh, no.
We don't want to go there. At this point, I really don't think that it's a good thing for her to be competing today or this weekend, to be honest with you.
We have to.
Oh, this is so sad to watch. I hate just anyone getting injured or being injured. I just hate, because it's so not fun, especially when you're a dancer as well, because if that's something that you love, all you want to do is dance, but you can't because you're going to injure yourself further. Sometimes it's hard as well, because when you go to a doctor or a chiropractor or any of those type of people, whatever you need, they don't understand that you are a professional dancer and that you need to do certain things because it is your job. And technically here, I know Brooke is young, but this is kind of her job now because she's earning money from it. She fits in that bracket now of being a professional dancer, because as soon as you get paid to do dance, you're a professional. Yeah, but it's just so sad because he's telling her no. Kelly doesn't know what is the right thing to do as a mother, but she knows that, you know, she's on this show now and has to perform, or really should try her best to kind of get through it and perform. And so bless her, she doesn't really know what's the right thing to do. And it's a tough situation. So I just feel like whatever she decides to do in this, she just needs to do what's best for her, as in Kelly as a mom and also Brooke for herself.
The worst part of going to a competition is the moms. I wish they would just all stay home.
Steve, I know how I know you. You drive them up to the wine fest and stuff.
It's not a party. It's not a vacation. They are there to work.
Oh my gosh, that's such an iconic scene. I literally love it. Like, Kelly is so funny, and it just says so much about her character in that moment. To be honest, seeing Abby's reaction as well, being like, oh my god, I can't deal with these moms. It's just hilarious. I love it. I literally love the dynamic between all of them. Well, stuff like this, obviously not like the argumentative stuff. This is just what makes Dance Moms amazing as well, just because just seeing those dynamics, it's just so funny.
So where's your BFF, Kathy, today?
Kathy wasn't on the bus because it was like a 6-hour ride.
When we get there, I want you to be all smiles, okay?
Okay,
Is your nose stuffy, honey?
little bit.
A little bit? Okay, you sound a little nasally. Let's try to put a smile on your face.
Do you see what I mean when I say that she cares a lot about appearance and how they come across? She doesn't want her child to come across as like being a very like miserable child and not a very happy, like, I don't know, child. Yeah, so it's just really sad. Just stop telling your child how to act. Just let her act how she wants to act. She's 6, let her grow, let her develop. She is who she is. The music that they're putting behind Kathy though, being in the car, is just so funny. They make it out to be such this proper person. But it is generally just because she gets bus sick, so just let her drive. Like, it's actually not that deep, but they're just making it into more of a thing, aren't they?
With Brooke being the feature acrobat of this dance, if she does not compete this weekend, we will lose the competition.
You just have to grind that down. Those hip flexors, they catch on the bone as she's growing, and you need to open that turnout up. So as it happens, it grinds down, and then it won't hurt anymore.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. What is she talking about? That makes no sense. You need to grind. Like, can you imagine that ball and socket? Like, no. This woman.
Miss Abby said that I should like grind it down, but that's just her opinion. I don't really trust her.
Brooke just knows she's just chatting utter nonsense. She's like, I don't think so.
Know that we've traveled a long way, and it's going to be disappointing if we don't win. We could have a letdown, okay?
Okay.
A little bit lighter? Okay.
Okay.
Can you emphasize the K?
Okay.
Okay.
Let her be her own person, please. It's actually annoying me now. Okay. No, what is she? Like your little doll? Ugh. Sorry, it's really getting to me now because poor Vivi, I don't want her to grow up being like, oh my gosh, I need to be this certain person or be this certain way. Be yourself, girl. Be yourself. Okay, calm down. I don't like as well her saying, oh, just to let you know, we're traveling all this way. It'll be such a shame if we don't win. That's just putting so much pressure on her. That's not very nice. Don't do that to your kids. Winning isn't everything. I know they keep saying it is on the show, but it isn't. Look at me with my crossed arms. I'm fuming.
Hi guys, hi ladies.
Did you see that? Is that just me? Hold on.
Hi guys, hi ladies. Hi Melissa.
Those two women literally get up off the floor, so that's very obvious. They must have just been sat outside that door waiting for the producers to be like, okay, now you can go in. I've never noticed that before. So interesting.
I have my pumps first, and that's Vivian, right?
No, it's not my pumps. It's called Bumblebee. Kathy.
Yes.
What is with this little rocket music?
Vivi was uncomfortable with the solo that we worked on. And so we are going to go ahead and do a piece that she already knows.
I'm just changing this to independent entry.
You're doing what? You're changing it to independent?
Yes. I didn't do this number.
But she's going to be representing you.
Not with a number I didn't do.
Kathy should have gave Abby a heads up, but obviously the reason why she didn't was because she was like, oh, this will be great for the show to create like drama. Well, I don't know if that was Kathy saying that, but the producers, maybe they came up with that narrative and stuff. But yeah, to be honest, with Abby saying, I don't want it to be under my name because I didn't choreograph it, I didn't design the costume, etc, etc, I don't blame her. In the end of the day, she hasn't seen it at all.
Please, we need to change this independent thing because it's important to us.
I've never seen her even do the number.
I know, you're gonna have to trust me. Abby, listen to me. I'm not one of these dance moms. I have to put into perspective what my child's mental capacity is. Then she gets up on stage and she
I don't want it to
cracks.
be detrimental for any child, but I'm just saying, you don't have the faith in your kid that I do. 3 days.
We tried with the bribery. We tried with getting her to get an iPad.
You're the mommy. Just say you're doing
know that. I realize that.
I can't believe she just said that. We tried the bribing. Great. Love that. No, that's so weird. She just needs to accept Abby doesn't want to put her name on it. Accept it. Move on.
I want to see her dance first.
Okay, so you
Give me that respect.
I'm actually really surprised that she is actually like willing to cooperate because she has every right to be like, no. Fair play to her. She heard Kathy out and she was like, oh, right, okay, if this is what you really want, fair play.
That woman is crazy.
Shake that. Keep going.
Her eyelashes are up here.
Let me see your eyelashes.
She has bobby pins in silver and gold and brown and black, all in the kid's head.
You know what, honey? If you forget what you're doing, just shake your butt.
Great advice. That is the difference between Abby and Kathy though. Kathy, even though she actually, ironically, cares a lot about how she looks, she is not very particular and I guess a little bit perfectionist in the sense of like, if you have blonde hair, make sure all of your grips are blonde. She's just not like that, but Abby is, and that's actually something that Abby does really well at. Abby really knows how to really present her kids really well, and they look literally immaculate.
Number 431, featuring Vivian.
Come on, Vivi, you can do this.
Girls Now.
Good kick.
I think that Vivian is capable of doing more difficult choreography.
Honestly, I didn't enjoy the choreography very much, but obviously, as Abby said, it is at a very basic level. But she is 6, so, have to give her the benefit of the doubt. It is actually nice to hear that Abby actually really wants to challenge her kids, though. Like, she really did want to challenge Vivi, and Obviously Vivi wasn't really up for the challenge, but I think she is right in what she's saying. She said it a bit earlier. You have to try and teach your kid to be up for the challenge, because otherwise how are they going to grow? And it really helps them later on in life to be a bit more of like a go-getter. That is something that I love about dance. I think it makes you into a person that is more of a go-getter, which is only just going to level you up in life. I am really happy though that Vivi did it. I think that was a really confidence boost for her to go out and dance by herself. But I think, okay, cool, now that she's done that, like simple solo, now I think would be a time, let's challenge her to do a solo that is more challenging, because you have to remember, that was the first solo that she's done ever. It's a lot. Let's give her that challenge now. I think Abby's right in saying that.
I am going to pry her away from her mother. I am going to cut those apron strings, and I am going to make that child a better dancer.
I think Abby has in her head that I need to drag the kid away from their mother in order for them to be a great dancer. It's like, no, the mum can still be there. And your kid can also still be a good dancer, but I don't know where she gets these things from.
Number 431. Who taught you this number? And the name of your dance studio?
Vivi Ann said her mother's studio. I don't know if that was on purpose or if her mother didn't rehearse her on Abby Lee Dance Company.
Oh, I wonder if the producers told Kathy to say to Vivian, say my studio, not Abby's one. Do we think? I don't know now. Or it could just generally be she didn't rehearse her on it and yeah, she just said her mother's studio. Oh dear, after all that as well, Kathy really wanted her to say Abby's studio.
I apologize. Not all competitions ask those questions, and I just didn't even think about it.
That was embarrassing.
You need to move on. We're gonna move on. We can move.
From the wrong
we can move on. Moving on.
Kathy's so funny. We're moving on. And you can actually tell that Abby is like, she does find it funny, but she's trying to stay serious in the moment because she wants to let Kathy know that that actually meant a lot to her. And I don't know if Kathy actually did that on purpose or not for the show. She did apologise, and she does seem very apologetic, so I want to say that she didn't. That's just how it comes across to me anyway. All she can do is just say sorry. It's not actually Kathy's fault for something that her child is doing. Do you know what I mean?
We are actually going to be leaving early today.
All right, guys. We will see you later. Are you leaving? Yes. Yeah, we're leaving. I hope we have a long drive home.
Yeah, but we all came early to watch her.
I know. So we want to wish you guys good luck.
She should have been a team sport and actually stayed. You could see when they arrived that it was super early, and if they came super early just to see Vivi dance, it's only fair that she stays late. Yeah, I know that she has a longer drive for them back. You're a team. You're supposed to be very supportive of one another, and so I do think it's unfair that she did that. And to be honest as well, what is it saying to her child as well? You know what I mean?
Glad we woke up at 6 o'clock to
6.
support her.
5. I'm offended.
5?
Like, I really am offended.
They didn't have to be here for another 2 hours.
Yeah, I would be upset waking up at 5 a.m. But do you know what? Good for them. Good for the other moms and good for the other kids for getting up that early just to, you know, be very supportive of their teammates. I acknowledge how good you guys been. So well done.
What part hurts?
Nine.
Why are you crying? What's the matter? Why are you crying? Don't cry.
It's really getting to her.
If Brooke's hurt, I don't want her to hold anything back from me, especially with her being a teenager.
I understand where Kelly is coming from, but I think it looks like to me she doesn't want to cry on camera, which to be honest I understand. No one wants to cry on camera, so why would she? But also she must be in so much pain as well, like bless her. Oh Brooke, it's okay.
I got emotional before the number because I'm really nervous about doing my acro routine. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do all the tricks.
Bless her. So she just wants to do her best, and she just knows that she's not going to be able to deliver that today because she's hurting.
Do they know that they're on?
Good job, Ken.
She's gonna go out there. She's not gonna change it. She's not gonna mark it down.
What? Oh my god, that move at the end. I didn't even notice that she was injured throughout that. That was so impressive. I love watching acro because acro wasn't a thing when I was younger. Or I didn't know it to be a thing. But all of those girls are so good at it. And Brooke is literally insane. And I do want to point out as well that Mackenzie doing all of that at that age is amazing. She's 6. What the hell? She's so gonna turn out to be such an amazing dancer. I mean, all of these girls do. They're honestly phenomenal. They do say that Abby does specialize in acro, and to be honest, I can see it. It's amazing.
I'm really proud of the girls, especially Brooke. She had a rough week and she came through. She hit all of her tumbling passes and really was a great leader and a good role model for the rest of the kids.
Abby's words this week, I'm getting on board with. I think she had a good week this week. There's not that much that I've been like, oh no. I'm so happy about that.
It's going to 433, ups and downs, Abby.
It's great to receive a special judges award. That kind of tells me that they appreciated what I'm doing.
I mean, I didn't see the other dances, but what I can say is that dance that they performed was literally phenomenal. The costumes are so cute. I mean, blue is my favourite colour, so they all look amazing in them. Just the technique in the dance as well. They all had lovely stretched legs, feet, and the things they were doing was incredible. So yeah, well done, girls.
It's so close to a perfect score. Who is teaching you so well?
Miss Abby.
Miss Abby. Are all of you girls really best friends?
Of course.
Of course.
This weekend, my friend asked me to go to the mall with them, but since we won, everything turned out okay. It's hard to decide which I would have rather been to because I don't know how the parties went because I was here instead.
This is why I'm glad that Kelly, you know, pushed her to be like, no, come on, try, go to the competition, see how you feel about it, because she went, she had a great time. Well, I know she's been injured and stuff. That was a big moment for Brooke. You can tell that, you know, she really learned something from that experience and she really enjoyed it, regardless of her being, you know, injured. I'm just so happy that she actually did enjoy it and she feels proud of herself. You can tell she feels proud of herself because she should be, girl. That was a tough week for her and she really pulled through. So well done, Brooke. I'm so proud of you. It feels good to win.
Smile, Brooke arms, pretty good, shoot it. It's my job as their teacher and their coach to keep them grounded. Monday, when we go back into the studio, I have to knock them down a few pegs. You have to keep a dancer humble.
Goodness.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, I know what she means, but also let them have their glory. It's okay to celebrate sometimes because the girls work hard. Let them enjoy it. Let them be in their moment.
There's always someone gonna be better than you.
So that's it, guys. Another episode done. I actually enjoyed this episode this week because it was a lot lighter. It was so nice to actually just be like, okay, there's not too much drama this week, and I felt like we could actually see the girls a little bit more. A lot of the episode, I think, was built a lot upon Brooke's injury and basically showing the audience that what happens when dancers get injured and what sacrifices and things that you have to do in order to still perform to an audience. I am a little bit concerned about what is going to happen with Brooke going forward because obviously, as I said earlier on, if you're injured, you know there's going to be a certain point where you can be like, okay, I just need to pull through to this point, and then after that I can kind of chill, recover a bit, do all the rehab stuff. But this is only episode 3, and so she has a long way to go before she can actually do that rehab bit. So I am a little bit worried because she is going to be making it worse now. I mean, it's obvious. I just hope that she manages it well, or the best that she can with the situation that she's in. But overall, guys, love this episode. Definitely more chill, and I'm assuming that next episode is going to be very dramaful now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.